Yes, right. Pens down with Markcraft. Once again, nabachira abantu banje mwe bari munonga mazima okugumana mutukunda echo nekintu cy'abantu munonga umurundo gwa kandi nabachira. The other time mukabagambira nti naza kugarukaha nabwo stiro ninja gukora nkaburijo ngareke nkuretere abantu abarakuba bagizire echo batireho itafari eri batireho mbinte bikwatirine no kubasa kubana bebisaho mbinte bikwatirine no kubasa kubana beyombeka kandi bakombeka nebyanga bari omurwaju. Yes, pens down with Markcraft erizoba unakoretera tindijo wena. Erizoba unakoretera tindijo wena Ramadan Kimbugwe. Mr. Ramadan Kimbugwe naija kubasa kubana tugambira ebintu byinji ebyayizire kubasa kubana arabamu ebyayizire kubasa kubana atekaho kwatembere mpenda kubasa korebeka ngu yayo yombeka yaruga mwanya yazumugundi okwayizire kubasa kubana arebeka kugira ngu yaruga omubwire yazumubundi. Yes, ogu ni director wa Prowess Communications ntakutire hare reka tubase kuba natutandikiraho. Mr. Ramadan Kimbugwe.
Yes, Markcraft.
Naragambaje
nokokwe mazima
orukurunji toyine rwari
ego buzima
ye bari munonga kubayo
niwe bari kunyakira
abari kureba banzo bagambire niwoha nyo nakomaho nka Ramadan Kimbugwe banzo bagambire niwoha.
And Ramadan Kimbugwe ndienzarwa ya mbaraho mutawuni.
Yes,
nkakura ahari omucyare kibari kweta kacheka aho muri Kamukuzi ward ejo nimbara city north division.
Yes,
the director wa Prowess Communications.
Yes,
Prowess Communications ni company erikora ibintu byingi konka ekibari kutumanya h'echamani munonga nitukora public speaking skills trainings nitwe batandikira academy yo kubanza ya public speaking omu ihanga ryona erikufocusinga munonga habana emyaka mukaga hika myaka 12 uko muringo gumwe go kubayamba kugira ngo ekinte cy'abantu bakukira yo okutina ekikwate no gambo mbantu tubase kubahereza skill ninga shobo kugobo umyaka eje yibari bato babase kure kintu bari kukimanya.
Yes,
so abantu abinje batumanya ombinte bya public speaking skills trainings no bamanyire Prowess Communications ebinde biturukora tukoragana munonga nebitongore kukora ebinte bari kweta corporate team buildings naho kushanga ngo abakozi bawo bari amurimo bakora they also need time away from work kugira ngo they step out, they bond, they have fun, beyongere kumanyana kandi ochendeze na stress na burnout that comes with the work environment. So ebyo nabyo tubikora as consultants with organizations.
Now Ramadan Kimbugwe ari kintu cyenda kwenda kubuza umwana uzarirwa muri imbarara ukiwe imbere cyo rono jumanyaho
ninje manya
so umwana uzarirwa muri imbarara nkiwe.
Yes,
abantu binji ntikira kureba yakurura mu mbera nkejo akurira mutawuni nkomu naenda ngo arugeyo abase kuba na agendera munongo mu kinde cyatirine no kubanka cerebu ukunkwasa kuceta umubwire bwa hati nyanangwa abenshi yayishokamo because akuzire ari exposed, that is one, kandi ikindi yakurura hagati y'imbere jo mbone buri kimwe cyona nabana kireba so kikakwizira kita kugira ngo obase kuba no tandikaho Prowess Communications.
Nyo kutandika Prowess Communications inspiration ninga shi echandetire najya ngo nkikorecho nahabwa environment inakuriremo
environment
ndikureba tata wanje na running a business ari kunyintroducing umuri banywane be so namanyanguna no mukushoma ebigendero kabiye kujya nk'umuntu waheza kushoma by that time you are looking forward to getting a job. So everyone's dream and inspiration inyenda mpeze na akora degree ya business administration na shoma finance ngende ndondo murumo konka no bunago wine ikiroto cyanje kikakire cyo kujya ngo nyine kwetandikira he kinte cyanje ikiriyo mbinte bindukunda so that I can have impact. Kiroto cyanje kikakire cyo kugira ngo I can also do something and I impact society abokubogo umuntu wo kubana ukorora nawe hine kiyatandikire and you're working for them.
Yes,
so why don't I also dream big and I start something and I impact society in a way. So ejo niyo yabireri motive yanje no bunabire ndi aha mu rumogo gunabandize gukora buri izoba nkamba ni ndeba ngo ni cye kindi kubasa kora ekirandetere natambura toward starting my own venture.
And so you are now independent in terms of business.
True, yeah.
Umurimo gukora ubwire bukwenga naciyo gwabirindwa kukozesa kuzakurugamo kuzafutandika iki
umurimo nkagukora for 3.5 years haza abantu abingi kunagizire ngo na resigninga nagurugamo umurimo. It was a shock, it was a surprise to my colleagues at work but also family which kikabatangaza munonga bajya ngo hona shimazima wasigaho umurimo after 3.5 years hatunoza kubahota.
Yes,
there was that fear because abantu abingi ntumanya ngu comfort and job security no kuba uri muntu ari ahantu no bamukozesa nabona umushahara gwe buri kwezi. But for me at the back of my mind kuna atahiro muri iyo organization ikiroto cyanjye kikakire cyo gukora mu myaka 3. So every day I was getting closer to the exit. So namanya ngo myaka 3 kwerahwe ni bintu cyo binyine kuba nakozire in terms of planning no kwetebekanisa kugira ngo nahiko mukurugayo katandika kwekozesa already nyine ka foundation akunatire because ko kurugayo umushahara gwa buri kwezi tugukero bwa transport allowances tibikero duty meals ezwa ino bakwireza mu rumo tibikero kurobe no bonanka medical insurance ejo nayo tero but you need to get out and you now run on your own. So nyone atandika kuplanningira exit. So by the time I left after 3.5 years abantu abamwe bakaba shocked, but for me it is something I had already planned. It was not a shock to me.
So umukwega kwawe umukushoma kona ukoragizire hizobe rwajiroti erizoba reka ndugeyo njire roro ina takinga umwishomero njire post ina basa kwa ninzaho ekwatiri n'ibintu bikwatiri na communication kubasa kwa no gamba hagati y'abana ninga cikija bwa nyuma yo kubasa kwa no heza kushoma
ebyo bikatandika kare because no mu primary ishomero nashomire mu primary nkaba nyine interest mnongo mbintu bya debate so kuna jo mu primary nazo mu secondary ukoshanga omu dormitories ezo abetu banturaramu omu classes ezo abeturumu ukoshanga there are avenues that give you a chance to lead haza abantu abo kugira ngo bareba oluvoko no yikirizamu they always want you to lead something maybe mwagira nka competitions zempira between different dormitories hatoshangana benda nko muntu ora playing a lead role of identifying the team that is going to lead or identifying a team committee erikuza kwebemberejo dormitory so oshanga abantu banchoosing konga nkagira una leadership positions zo mu ishomero. I remember in my A level I was chairman school council kuna agire na university I had opportunities also to lead abo kugira ngo abantu bakabandeba mu kintu cyo kugira ngo yikirizamu you can communicate ably so kwabe habaho any avenue kuza ku involving ebyo abantu oshanga nibo barikwebembesa haze cyo cyampereza opportunities zo kugira ngo I was able to grow in that line.
Now from there omuntu nanda kumanya Prowess communications ekatandika yagira hiyaza kandi hati na heri kandi hina herukuza. Now the question is okuza kutandika Prowess communications omuntu naenda kumanya ni challenges ziha ezwashangiremo. Did you meet any challenges as you initiated this?
Maybe tutakarebere challenges somebody would wonder what was the motive. Because abantu abingi when you are to start business today umuntu nateka kugira ngo yanatandika business atandikiro mu bintu ebiri physical tangible that you can see na diringo mu masimu na diringo muri za hufazi na diringo mu beddings na diringo mu furniture ninga natandike duka ya wholesale
kandi naguza nareba magubali
naguza buri zoba narebe sentence zije but for me kandi yo ni venturing mu kintu that is to do with the service you are impacting people, giving them a skill and they are able to pay. Kandi ndukitandikiro mu area where people were not appreciating the need of public speaking skills at that time.
I get you.
Okogambira muzire ngo no training a public speaking ajatashi no igeso mwana kugamba atasho mwana wanje kanamanya kugamba
kaya kakozere namanya kugamba natkana
gamba okutraining okwo kugamba nkuwa hatogezaho kumushoborera mugira ngo in as much as omwani we noreba no communicating nawe skill ituriyo ntumutekamo nayo kushanga ngo twamuyihamo kwetina yabona platform empangu abantu binje bari yabasa kugamba tine mu kwetina hata bazira bamwe nashanga tubakubasa kuki bakaba takubasa kuki
ukora
kuchirelatinga hat kubabebaza omuzire yarganka yaza school speech day event yareba abantu bano kuba kuza platform bakagamba hato weyeba kimweta yaza harebe ibigambo byamurema bamha microphone yarra hati yatandika ku relatinga kumanya why it's important to actually acquire that skill. Hati nawe akibari yaho azo mu bantu yazo meeting yembaga yazo mu cyaro bine yo Thanksgiving bamuhiriza opportunity yo kugamba akugira ataze ibintu tibyanguhiye abo ko nanye twaturiye nimbuza nanya abo so had a challenge. So for me it was a passion omukukura nkabikora munonge byo nabikunda but also the drive to start Prowess nkareba opportunity on market.
Yes.
Opportunity yabe etari mpango at the time, but I was looking at it as a very big opportunity for the future. Kugira ngo obwire obuturu muni tuzamu hati and even years to come. Having public speaking skills is a very, very important skill.
Yes.
So nyowe na venturing muri echo, and it was not easy because you're starting something, you're not making money immediately, but at the end of the day you need to sell that trust to people.
No mango nakoresha ne duka utakumanya kugamba ndo kuramuza.
Norema.
Yes.
Norema. Abo kuba abantu abinji waza kureba research ne yorekangu global yona. Sentence businesses zero closing as a result of poor communication skills.
Yes.
It's close to about $4 trillion every year. Global ihangariona. Hatu ninyenda kukireto mu context yo muntu uri yo muri imbara. Wene business ya restaurant. Eriyaho nekora nekurebekera nkero gukora sente. Konka to kumanya group hall ya communication hine sente nyinge zo closinga. For example, customer ya terese mutu wakwata. First time. Naenda kora order of delivering food. I have on speed dial I have other contacts at restaurants ezindi. Na atera restaurant na kora order yanje y'abantu babiri bashatu food ye mitwaro 8 That is money lost to you as a business.
Mitwaro 8.
Na ikomu restaurant yawe nashitamanye n'abantu ya a family, the waiters are passing. No one is recognizing you. Chino wijana tebo kubakira abantu mwe katuje tubakore
kandi no murabaho agumenye mayemeza akire mu airpods
ninga murebo mu menu age as you think about what you're going to order. Watahamu umuntu ari mu counter yakureba atire mu airpods yaguma shitami. You get frustrated after 20 minutes, you decide to walk away. That is an opportunity lost.
Yes.
That is money that you would have made as a business. So ebyo byona ko kubikombininga. Customer yija yagira ati konkashi ekichi numuhereza these options na ordering ezemboga. Konka nyo nani nyenda mu korereke. Umujyota itwe ebyaha tukubikora. Gendo bironda handi. Wamugambira kubi.
Washaraka kunga mwene nyongera rati.
Nyongera ari echo. Uriya yakugambira kubi. Out of frustration wagenda. That is money lost to a business.
Yeah.
If you compound it over a year, it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Kugira ngo umuntu takumanya how to be courteous, okor kubasa kugamba je, and you remain respectful.
Yes.
Customer aine enteka teke yaine konka to kumugiro tekiti kikubaska. You can communicate it, but in a more calm and professional way. So communication is very deep, and very many people, not only businesses, but it is also costing people careers.
I get you.
Muri yo meeting, you have to express an opinion. Konko kuwaje expressing, it is demeaning to others.
Yes.
So you end up losing a job opportunity because of that. Because you have not been taught the manners, the mannerisms of how you can communicate with others.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now from there, yenda kubuza kibuzo kimwe. Nakugaruka ce ahanyuma. When you're parenting a kid, or you know mwana muto w'emyaka 2, w'emyaka 3, w'emyaka 4. How is parenting children related to public speaking? How does it affect public speaking? One or grooming umwana or kumwiho mbuto mpaka kuzire.
Hati here kwa affecting mwana is that human beings by nature we are social animals. We relate through communication. It is how we have evolved. So omukukuzo omwana yana akura from those months or weeks when the child is born, they are not able to communicate and tell you anything verbally, but they communicate using body language.
Body language.
Omuzire na huro mwana rukurira manya toko kurra no kwenjara. Omuzira huro mwana na aragira toko kurra ubwo mwana hino kwatarije. There is some discomfort beyond enjara.
Naenda kuonka maybe.
Naenda kuonka ninga yatutuka. Ebyajwire yatutuka munonga. Then you need to free them up.
Nobundi yarwara.
Nobundi yarwara. So children, even when they are not yet born in the mother's womb, they are communicating.
They are communicating.
Koko zo muiraro omshaka kubuza to mwana agamezi into expecting omwana kubana kushamba.
Nashamba umwana.
Omwana na communicate, yes. Atebo kibahereza abakugu bamanya ngo omwana is evolving in the body and is okay.
Yeah.
Kwako baya is a certain month and is not kicking. They get concerned because at this point we expect them. So omwana kwa kweza kuzarwa, the mother cannot tell the child that please stop crying or what do you want. But through body language, the mother can know. Omwana na endechi are communicating.
Yes.
Up to when you're able, up to when they start to learn words. Come here, please stand up here and this. So public speaking is a very key aspect of parenting, because it is one avenue through which you give instructions.
Yeah.
It is one avenue through which you give them exposure. It is one avenue through which you cheer them up. Omwana aliyo nagezaho kwenda kutambura ninga kwemerera, and you're using communication to cheer them up, not to demean them. Omwana washanga nakore kintu omuka ekyotakunda, how do you communicate with them? Do you communicate with them in a way that makes them feel, yes, nakore nshobi, but I still remain a child. You value me, you appreciate me, and you don't demean me as a child. So whatever you tell them, their brains are growing, they are starting to grow. Whatever you tell them at that point gets imprinted on their brains.
In other words, haraba abazira bo kuzakushanga ukashanga brada chika turo mu maganya. Aza maganya agagoturamo uturuga ugaturamu hagati y'abana bawe. You don't want to hide aside n'umukazi wawe n'umushija wawe kugira ngo ebyo bihwerokwe. Ndo gumeno biteberezo mu mishoga bw'abana bawe.
Nibi affecting abana because na no muzire yatakazira omukazi yayinenda nebagambera ngo jeza ho munonga avoiding ebintu ebikuza ku stressing. Because when you get stressed na no mwana omunda naba stressed. So environment y'abana barukuramo, how we communicate with them at the end of the day, it's going to play a very key role in who they become later. Nziza kudetermine ngo kuba correlating n'abandi ishomero.
Tuchikopa na mango no mutima hakara.
Wamshanga nakore nshobi wagambira higuru watonga na wajuma. So ogo mwana with the time na ishyobwire areba it is normal. So naza kwiko mu class ori yakwatakara mu ye yarikwenda kugikozesa ninga rubber. Because of the environment yamanyirira ishomero. But when you train them in a way that you communicate in a calm way, you're professional, you're respectful, that's what they will be able to also portray out.
Actually, on that very point, turebera abantu binji omuzire na rugankaha, there is a visitation day, I'm going to visit my child. Nakayonti ore omuzire omushija nagurushira omwana omushi namuhereza haga. No mbatura omwana omushi, and then nicara kwa nimbere ba social media. You check the comment section ze kushango shange ahogira ngo data wanje nawe nakora nkeki. You understand? No, nichizira munjirejo ninga.
Nichizira because omwana yana akura, you as the mother or the parent, you are the first contact of love. Yakuza ku experiencing omonso. So what you give them at the end of the day, they are not going to offer what they don't have. So omwana wotaramworekere rukundo, omwana wotaramworekere ngo you value them, omwana wotaramworekere ngo you appreciate them, it's going to be very hard for them to appreciate other people out there. So noza kushanga n'abantu abamwe, they can easily take advantage of these children because you as a parent, you did not play your role
automatically.
So no shango muzire aino mwana akura isemyaka 15 18 kungo muzire takagamberaga mwana ngo I love you, I appreciate you, I value you as my child. Konkaba kubimugambera n'abandi bantu, they are strangers out there, which is not a good thing, because at the end of the day, there are very many people who can easily take advantage of them. Now you have had people take advantage of other people simply because of how they tune and how they communicate with them. Na areba naive hine chiya misingire omukura kwe hatori yaija a feeling that gap, and when they feel it, this person will easily trust.
Kandi na feeling a comfort when
konkata kumanya ngo guno mufere kongaba kujya nkakimisinga. For me it looks like this person is very genuine. So it is easy to trust somebody, and also in some instances they can take advantage of you. So communication is very broad, and nkabazire communicating as parents in a home, at the end of the day, when our children are there, they are observing, because in the earlier stages of growth, children largely learn through observing.
I understand.
By observing, they see the environment, what is happening. When you are stressed, the children will also be able to read the room, and they'll also get stressed.
Now from there, nienda kumanya nojirangu omuntu kyakwatine confidence nazirwe ntino confidence yo kugamba gati y'abantu obundo shangisha ryo muri inye. Do you think it can be bought from somewhere and be installed into me?
Confidence ninga shi that skill ya public speaking, it is something you can learn. Just like riding a bicycle, just like driving, just like playing a guitar, just like cooking, just like singing, it is something you can learn. It is true, there are people who are born with exceptional innate abilities. Obuhangwa bwe hine kichoncho cyayine kiri kukira abandi. Hata kibona mojo training na nobukugu, they become so exceptional. Just like some people you find that noza kura abantu amwe bagira ngo egi family abantu bamone baroya n'abashomesa
bamanya kugamba
ni abantu aba family age n'abagambi
yes
konka skill yo kugambana no kubuilding confidence it is something you can learn. I want to give you a good example. Wano ijuka joro kukoro kiryo mwana, or if you have seen a child grow when they start making those first steps to walk. Omwana natambura akora step emwe agwa hansi, akora step ibiri erizoba nyencha karatengenena konka eventually they are able to walk. They are able. The reason why they are able to do it is because they keep trying it over time and they have somebody who is cheering them up. In the presence of an adult, agumana mugambira tengenena amutera omungaro. So the child feels appreciated. Yes. They feel they are doing something. They keep on trying and eventually they are able to walk. So even public speaking or building that confidence, the more you do it, the more you put something in your confidence bank. Automatically. The more you show up in different audience settings okagamba, you are putting something in your confidence bank. Wabona opportunities ogamba mu groups z'abantu 50 kinane mirundi 5 omukwezi. Waza kwezi omwaka, you have had maybe around 36 or maybe 40 exposures. So when you combine all those over a period of 5 years, yes, you are going to be an exceptional communicator. Yeah. Or training or getting people to learn public speaking. There is a lot that we cover in there and it's a process. On public speaking, what we say, whatever muntu ya ijomo audience ninga waza somewhere for a conference, you are presenting and you feel like this person is a good communicator. In public speaking, we say 75% of the speech you do it before you show up on stage. Obichweka shanju na butana arigana. It is preparation. So when you show up on stage, you're only delivering only 25%. So whatever speech that you deliver anywhere at any given time, its success or its failure is dependent on preparation. Yes. Whatever muntu yaka stage akastrugglinga, ebigambo bikabora and they stammer. Microphone akajikwate kenda kugwa. In most cases, you need to question whether they did enough preparation. As a preparation, eremo ibintu bingi. Ikinkuza kugambera ho kimwe ninga bibiri is number 1, choose a topic that you're familiar with. And that is all. Choosing a topic eyo ine hobukugu. Otakaza kuzoko kaza kuronda ronde bintu byo tine hobukugu. Nebiza kuteganisa. If you're a content creator, if you're a filmmaker, if you're a health specialist, if you're a counselor, choose a topic area yawe yobukugu. Yorukumanya. Number 2, bataka kweta ha venue ninga ha event yone yo kuza kugambaho ne bakwenda sha 8. Okija 8 n'ekichweka. Speech yawe ne ya 8:40. Buyomo yashitamire. That alone can be a recipe for anxiety. Why come room late program yatandikire bari no bagamo twayakira nanka omudakikita ano tokabire no kusetoringa kunyotwizi bakweta you are the next on stage. If you ever get an opportunity to speak anywhere, get to the venue maybe 1 hour before. Ushitamiro mu room buri omori yo na ijoro yo no mureba. No, you're greeting them, hello, how are you? So as you get familiar with those faces, kuza kwika kugamba, it's as if they are colleagues that you have known automatically because you have familiarized yourself with the venue. The other thing is rehearsing. Rehearsing aronda batwana bababere bashatu ningoro ndetse mu yawe recording orebe how have you fared? How is your tone of voice? How is your body language? How is your stage movement? And the like. And the other thing that is very important is when it comes to dress code, put on something that you feel gives you vibe and that confidence. Yes. Dress code obwiro bwinji necho kuongera omuntu. Nchoro kurebera nka MC, you are also an MC, you MC at parties and whatever. If you are to agree with me, choice yo mwendo goro kuchuzinga for that day. For that day. Your shoes and everything, it can play a big role in terms of the confidence and how you're going to flow. What choosing ekintu ky'orukunda and you feel like you're smart, that alone adds something to your confidence. I can testify. Yeah. We mukozwe damage okuza habujenyi no yeshirika no kweshirika hagati y'abantu. Yes. At least waba no manyangu abantu abiwazamu no bacengaje kandi no manyangu abantu aba n'abantu ba responsible first of all. Abantu abiwazamu they are just the lights. Abantu abiwazamu n'abantu bino bujunane zivuga mbuye no tokubasa kurwara damage okaza hagati y'abantu. Okaza hagati y'abantu bakareba no tambura confidently.
noza hajya kusheho umugore
n'amazima
it can never happen.
Yeah. So ekyo nekintu kikuru munonga and many other strategies that we can use. Yeah.
Yendo tugamba ha kintu cyo kugira ngo erizoba I have to deliver a speech haza nkagitandikira enta. For example, nyine communicating n'abantu bambarira babeta Independence Park. How should my speech start? Let's say I'm a minister, I'm an MP, and I'm going to communicate to this congregation. How should my speech be like?
Okay. Omu bintu bya speech, we say speech, any speech anywhere. Speech ayine bitweka bishatu. Speech ayine chweke cha introduction. Ningo mutwe kwa speech. Speech ayine chaba kweta the body. Body ni message yenyini. Content yiwanonda kuhereza abantu abo. Then ayine na conclusion. Okwendera. So obwiro bwingi umukutandika kwawe ine kumakinga sure cyo kubanza cyabyona you need to be courteous. Kikutandikira no kuramusi abantu. Becyo ne kintu kikuru munonga. Because in public speaking we say interests are audience, they are above your interests. One or choosing a topic, one or choosing ebigambo byokozesa, one or choosing quotes as well as say jokes, all of them. You need to make sure that all of those are applicable to your audience.
Yes.
Because you as a speaker, you're there to give a message that is going to benefit your audience. So at the end of the day, no tandukura musi abantu. You can tell them your name and then you tell them what you're going to share with them. You recognize the protocol in that order and then get to the message. So introduction ya speech ninga presentation ne differing from one setting to another. Wo in a high level conference erinka hotel in Las Vegas uriyo noza kugambira abantu abinte biri kwate maybe in a public health. There is an Ebola outbreak. You have health specialists. Uriyo noza kubashomesa ninka ba VHTs abakuza kuzombyaro bakashomesa abandi bantu. The way how you structure your introduction in there could be different from when you have a combined audience y'abantu bona seated dwellers na bahibona bari yaho. Aha nimbasa kumega sure una ko sorry mirori nyankore. Nani ntandika. Mbaramusiye because that's the language that most of them understand.
Yes.
Mba recognizing abantu mwe nimbasima munonga ahabo kushazi hakire kanya.
Yes.
Mukija hakumpurikiriza nka minister wa webyanga. Amazina ganje ndi nanka kandi ecyandetaha n'enshongisha. Enshonga yo kubanza ninyenda kugamba binte bintwire nimpurra ebikwatiye na service delivery yanyu abinte by'amagara ebyenguto hamwe n'ebyamizi. Utandikosa ubahireza kandi amuherwaho iza kubahereza mo opportunity nimwe mbase kugira bimwagamba hatogambe enshonga zawe ozhendera obahiriza opportunity nabo bagamba. Because in that setting maybe how you programmed it is that you want to hear more from the public than just giving them information and you go.
Yes.
Because any engagement of that nature, the public wants to feel that their voices are heard.
You have to listen to both parties.
Yes. So they want to participate also. Kunkana za kora training eyindi kubashomesa it may not require much. Nyine dakika 20 ninga 30 na kora presentation yanje naheza. Kunka that kind of setting, how you structure your speech and your message and how you handle everything from start to the end differs. So if your preparation, audience yawe yo kuboine ne determining nkiwe MC, not all weddings are the same.
Yeah.
Weddings are different in as much as they are all weddings, but they all come with different dynamics.
Automatically.
Expectations za client, audience setting, committee wakora nayo, time hino muntu okuza kugambira ati MC nyo kindu kushaba. I don't want you to talk so much. Ni nyenda abantu banje babe entertained. Give people about the idea about the program. Asigaroreke bandi, asigaroreke culture trip performing. Umushongozi wedini beshongore nyoti nkwendo hendeke harhondijo urukwenda ngobe in charge. You bring in the jokes. You do all that without involving the other stakeholders so much. So they differ. And I'm very sure in terms of your planning, you get down, you get a paper and you understand, you script, appreciate and you visualize this wedding from the start up to the end, how it is going to flow.
Yes.
But you also plan for eventualities and how you're going to mitigate them.
Automatically.
Yes.
No jirangu public speaking, nkayo, narishi communication, nkayo yona. hine bintu ebyakubasa kusya muntu ebisente zitakubasa kumusyaho
nibindi namazima ekyo kubanza kyabyona
hazabera bahangu kusinga ebisente zakubire nizire
namazima munonga ekindi kubasa kugambira ninka when it comes to like job opportunities, but also leadership. Look at the most influential or most admired leaders in our country. They are great communicators. If you look at people like Norbert Mao, if you look at people, maybe some of the legislators we have had like Ibrahim Semujonganda, a lady like Winnie Chiza, and many others. One of the things that has been very outstanding in their rise in leadership is their communication skills. Even our president, he's a very great communicator. There's a way how he brings in humor. He know kwa managing abantu in any setting. Nobi akwanaza kuba dressing akumaresha ishatu nyingina.
Yes.
He has all the trickery that can keep you glued to his message from the start up to the end. He brings in quotes, he has stories, he has everything. Those are ways of engaging audience. Konkecha mani, in the world of work today, communication skills are among the top 3 highly demanded skills of the 21st century. No one is going to give you a promotion. Wotakubasa kugamba, because leadership goes hand in hand with communication skills. If you are a manager, how are you going to inspire your teams? How are you going to give them an idea of the vision? How are you going to give them instructions? How are you going to give them perspectives? How are you going to motivate them on their low days so that they keep moving? You need communication skills. So noza kushanga organization ino muntu ari aine degree konkari yona reading a teams z'abantu abine masters. Omuntu amazire myako organization abandi bijamu within 1 2 3 years they get promotions. You're not getting a promotion.
Nada wadzaro kushira kuba ningamba n'abantu. Nimba giranti buri hindukuza. Yotenda kwemanya ko umuntu ari kumanya gamba. Within that building, within that gallery nimba manyangu harimo abakunsinga gamba.
Yes.
Nabande DJ ndakayitwara nkuru kumanya gukora selection munonga ya music.
Yes, true.
No, because within that space harimo abantu abakwemanya kugira ngo ubone ba DJs kandi nabwo kugira ngo nebemanya. No, even the audience nechumangu ba DJs no kusinga.
True.
Wagira ngo urarwa kusinga kutere bukondo mu Uganda.
Nga.
Konka karga ya yeyoreka.
Yarga ya yeyoreka. So no shangangu communication skills ezo especially when we look at public speaking, you'll find people, because of that fear, it holds so many people back. Nemuza kankwereza example yo kubasa kurebera. Nemurgaha muzanko mu meeting yembaga. Bagirangu abantu mweyanjure ntwenda kumanyana. Umuntu akimuka kugamba ko yanjura gamba izina rya Erionka. Konka service provider wa cake na baking.
Yes.
Ninga naryo mu photography na videography. Twakora meeting yo kubanza, we have not yet even gotten some service providers. And yet that's an opportunity for you to get known. And maybe probably we get to have a conversation with you. Do you see how you lose an opportunity to do business? Because omukwetina no yendo gamba izina rya orahuke kushitama. To ine mwejo courage yo kuguma yemerire ukagamba abantu bakakumanya in a bold way. Hati ogirebe wasigayo. Hata abandi bacemerera bagamba umuntu agira ngo me I run this company, we do baking, blah blah blah, we have worked with this organization.
By the way no gukutwa ku bintu wenda.
But chairman akizagamba agira ati by the way mbandi be yanjura nahuramo umuntu uri kujya unakora baking haza tubenturondo umuntu wa cake. By the time you know it you're getting business. Kuri yo kwetina kwawo ko kugaruka nyuma wabura kora ki? Undijo umuntu azo mu event attending a meeting abantu bakiza kweyanjura, you are a graduate, you're looking for a job. In that room, they are employers, but they are looking for people to hire. So you have a platform to tell people, but my name is so and so. I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Statistics, and I'm looking for a placement, or I'm looking for a job opportunity. Blah blah blah. Hato burakwegamba hokoma amazina gaga. People have not known you because nkoko kureba nka. Let me give an example. Nka supermarket says twino muri Mbaraka tujye twine supermarket A, J na K. Tino ko uri muka kashesho kateka kugure kintu mu supermarket J. Utakajihuriraga. You normally choose from those that you have already heard of. You have known. So even when it comes to the job market, akataraka, we have so many heads of graduates. But the question is, which efforts are you making to be known? Tinkuza kwimukaho nka dreaming omuntu untakarebaga ningo utakahurira. No. every opportunity you get, be bold
enough,
market yourself, get known. Because at the end of the day, people want to deal with those who are confident.
Yes.
Tinkuza kuruga nkakuhereza business yo gukora cake ya event yanje ninga videography na photography ndi kureba mu obutayikerezamo. I will have concerns about the work you're going to deliver. But when you're presentable, you're confident, I will also have confidence in the work that you're going to deliver as a service provider. So, public speaking, confidence, self-esteem, those are things that you can nurture. But how you nurture them, you don't nurture them by just taking a back seat. You nurture them by showing up. Don't go for an event and you take a back seat. Why come room tine muntu wastamere? Wajena wastama kuriye nyuma. Opportunity neza kwizera muri aba bariyo misho. Opportunity abagitware.
Angazi.
Iwe wazo ko nyuma. So you have to be seen. Get out there and be seen.
Nyenda kubuze kibuzo.
Yeah.
Izishaha kuwa kuburyaho umuntu akakuterera isumu.
Yeah.
Ngo MC oba babine yaba disappointinga haza umukoro gw'ibine rugenda kutandaka within 15 minutes. Nachitahari 5 minutes. Bakumango ry'umutawuni ubwo ry'umutawuni umukoro gw'umutawuni kandi bakumango niwe ho hihaho azo ry'umugambi eshayijo katandikira ariki. Because wangambira ngo nore itaga preparation.
Yes.
And we know you as a good speaker. So within 5 minutes wakutandikira ariki and we need you to deliver.
So nyowe chamani munonga based on the nature of the event, I will assume it's a corporate event. Company maybe ayitanka abantu they are launching something. Nyowe chamani munonga chinkubani nyenda kumanya in regard to that is getting to have a brief of the program. Because of the fact that I have had experience of managing similar events.
Yes.
You can quickly think through of how you're going to kick off. You get to the event, maybe they are playing some music. Washabadija chendeze music.
Yes.
Abantu waba recognizing waba ramusya waba recognizing waba sima bokora ki abo kwija event ejo.
Yes.
And the next thing is to now take them through the program. Because we don't for you as an MC, your work is to guide the flow of the program. Kugira ngo niwe mugambi wizoba ryona aha program ejo. So hariho remarks maybe kintu cykubanza program tu ino maybe okushaba. Orikuza kushaba sorede umunyadini yahikira umwanya. So abantu bashomera program without any delay because our time is already fast spent. Let's have an opening prayer.
Yes.
Oriya hat kwa kuba ryona ashabisa iwoba yeta as on short notice. That moment is allowing you time to settle in as a speaker. Konkrete kuchira yo kuyamba munonga is the experience that you have because you have managed as you manage more events. You also get to learn how to manage risk. Oriya yakweta on short notice and they trust, they have confidence in you. What did you do? When you show up and manage that event, it gives you leverage to manage the next event.
I get you.
Yes.
Now, tindu kwenda kuzahari konka nyenda tugareke hati education system ya Uganda. Nojirangu education system ya Uganda erho ne musya emitemeto narishi abana bato okubihamu abagambi baronji good public speakers. Do you think so?
Not so much. Effort says jizireho tugerezeho kureba in this era nabo kugira ngo we are in the digital space. So with the technology, with especially TikTok, amashomera mingi gariyo ngakosa those platforms to be known, to market themselves. But what is lacking within those settings is that there is no structured way of doing it. Omushomesa wa English ninga no wa debate na kura debate club no shanga maybe babo identifying amu 3 or 4 kids who are bright and then now they are the ones who are going to be appearing. They get videos that they record. And today it's a visitation day. We want to appreciate our parents for coming, for checking on us. Video bajiteka TikTok. Konka internally within the structure of the school, they don't have a structured way of nurturing public speaking skills. But there are a few schools that are very intentional. One of the schools that I will talk about is Parental. Kaya nursery and primary school Even when you search it online,
by the way,
you could have seen it. They have been intentional. They have invested in that. They have gotten trainers. They have facilitated them because they feel that's a very important skill. And because of them, amashomera mingi nago gariyo ngenda kurugayo kujangagire kigako.
Nabarebire hoya.
Hati challenge rwe yamane yo kugira ngo these public speaking skills okuza kuzega nibyenda time. Kandi bono bareba ngo these are not things that are examinable. So okutwara time ya 4 hours ninga 6 hours in a week and we dedicate it to public speaking and it's not among the examinable subjects abamwe bareba kitari necessary konka bamwe they are taking it up because of the pressure from parents.
I get you.
Parents are demanding. They are saying we need to nurture our children with something that goes beyond grades. Because nabareba demands of the job market we are
ground biraramuko.
Ku ground biraramuko.
Yaruga kushoba umwana ndakushobora hero ndakuza kushoba umurimo bamusyo misho go kuza kumuhereza HR na murebo misho.
Takubas.
Natandukana.
Wamujya talk about yourself.
Ariyo mu SR muna tutwa.
I talk about myself. I talk about myself. Many years ago, these skills were not seen to be very important. But when you go to TikTok now, Burumunto in a business, initially people were just posting a video ebintu nazo mudukana kwa ebintu byanje bindu kuguza na teka TikTok.
Yes.
But now people have noticed that for you to appeal to those that you want to sell to, there must be a human element. Human element ejo ni tuenda kureba omuntu nagamba ekyo rukuguza niki and how is it going to benefit me?
How best can you convince the target market?
You convince the public. Because public speaking, we say that about 83%, no, around 93% of actually what you communicate is body language. Your words only contribute 7%. So nikimanyisa ngo abantu they can like you, they can decide to do business with you based on your personality okuba akureba. Abo kwana bajya nko kuzo mu room wana oza kugamba with ninga waza have venue as an MC within the first 6 seconds of you showing up. People have already made up their minds on whether they are going to enjoy or they need to give you attention or anything. So those are 6 seconds. So people are quick to make up your mind based on how you're dressing, based on how you walk and how you present yourself.
Koro kuza TikTok wazinaje abantu bakuremba mango ubwo muntu ogwa down to earth. So
okoro kugamba wakora live yawe aha TikTok oriyo no gamba ibintu bya business yawe haza abantu batamuza requests and they are asking you questions. How do you respond? Are you courteous? Can they see that you have good manners? Are you well nurtured? All of those things at the end of the day, they are going to inform the perception that people will have about you.
I think without any further ado, kindukwenda hari munonga because nasigaze yonka item nkemwe. Nicho na literature buju cha education system ya Uganda right now. One of the things I know as of now, ekintu cyo nkigenda mission no kugira ngo narebireho nogeza ho kubasa kuba no kunga abantu, kubasa kuba no beta okwizira kimwe on public speaking course at Kabateri kindergarten school. So nyenda kubuza echo numuntu ki orukubasa kwijamo kandi nikija kubaho bwire ki and again what is needed kandi umwana naija kwihayo ki.
Thank you so much. Eje program it kuza kuba tuine kwihebero 24 byo kwa munana kisebero bitano byo kwa mwenda. It is part of the holiday programs that we have been running for the last 7 years. It's called a foundational public speaking program for children. So ne targeting abana bari hagati y'emyaka 6 kufika myaka 12 kandi no muringo gumwe ogukutuyamba kubasa kuhereza abana aba opportunity yo kubasa kunacharinga public speaking skills zabo ninga kubihamo kwetina tukabuilding a self esteem tukabuilding a confidence yabo from a younger age. Because our school structure doesn't cater or provide for that and yet it's a very important skill. So we have a program that has been running every holiday that caters to address that. And the way how we run it is that program yiteje tukutwara abana bingi. Maximum nituba tuina abana nka 10 tuba dividing am classes ibiri za 2020. Because it is a highly participative program. Every session day buri mwana nabona opportunity yo kwemera misho gabatahibe akagamba. So classes kuzukuba mpango no shanga sessions zaturaho. But also secondly, we take in smaller numbers because we can have an opportunity for a one-on-one personalized experience of coaching every child. Because they have unique backgrounds, they have unique interests, talents, social settings ezibaru kuramu n'amashomero. So ebyo byona we do that in that way. So abazire bona baryokwe, you may not have had an opportunity to be able to learn these public speaking skills, but we are calling you to sign up your child and you invest in them. Give them that foundational skill that is very vital for them to build relationships,
Yes.
For them to be able to lead, for them to be able to express themselves confident. Abana bamwe bazo mashomero and they are bullied. And they cannot actually face off with the bullies. Yes. Bazo kweta kubasa no kugamba takubasa kurugaya kabasa gamba. So egi program netuyamba abana kuba training abakeyicherezamu and the parents who have brought us children, they can testify the impact is there. Abana bamwe bashomere, they have gone on to become prefects in their schools. Some of them have been able to compete at national events. One of the children that we trained about, I think about 8 or 10 years ago, he represented, about 8 years ago I think, he represented Uganda at the World School Debate Championship in Vietnam. He's now doing law at Makerere University. So the impact is there. And our dream is to now have these academies set up in every region.
Just kufuna kebishana and some clips.
So Omurimbara, our plan is to have a regional academy. We set up our own facility. To Zomo Central, to Zomo East, to Zomo Northern. And we are already engaging some stakeholders, including the Ministry of Education, trying to show them the contribution we are making on top of the education that is already being done as we nurture citizens of Uganda.
I get you.
Yeah.
So it's just taking a place every from 24th August
to 5th September.
September.
Monday to Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Zonesha hangisha tunechweka ninjira.
Nizirenga. Hibiri nechweka zakasheshe bayisa shamshanjo.
Shamshanjo.
So Monday to Saturday kandi buri mwana investment ninga she sente zo muzira rukushashura omwana for that program. Emitwaro 20 yonke ya Uganda. Eze sente nziziraho ebintu bingi zibaziroho materials zawe zibakoso mu kushoma. Ziroho branded t-shirt yitukubahereza on the final day of the program. Ntuba tuineho videography na photography. As these children are learning, we capture some videos that we share with you to show you the progress that they are making in regard to the program. But also, on the final day of the program, buri muzire na ija n'omwana we. What makes even this program very unique? Buri muzire na ija n'omwana we. Oijo witnessing omwana wawe arukuhereza what we call a final speech.
Echayegire.
Buri omwe na choosing a speech yeninga topic yarukwenda tubayamba kugibuildinga from writing it, editing it, up to when they are able to now rehearse it and they are ready for the final.
Do you mind about the languages? Kugira ngo ubundi mutwara barugamba rujungu rwonka.
Omwana nabana akosa rujungu. That's why even the age bracket abana binja butukira kutwara, we take those that we feel at that level they are able to speak English. So muzire noija oreba progress y'omwana wabasize kwikaho obasani okutwereza feedback on what we need to do better, but also most importantly is to also tell you as a parent things that you need to do to be able to help this child to build on beyond the program. Because that program is not an end in itself. It's a foundational program. The next time you go for Thanksgiving in the village, don't just say, I came with my 3 kids and they remain seated. Abana bawe bete bazomisho gabantu beyanjure. Wo Rotarian, wo yo Lion Club, wo yo nozomu mwine association yanyu ya business. Go with your children during holidays and give them exposure. The more opportunities they get to expose themselves to different audience settings, and also they get to interact with different faces they are not used to, we say that's an avenue for them to put something in their confidence bank.
Yes.
Na abayine cyariyo nabiko mu confidence bank ekikuza kumuhwera nyencha kare bamweta assembly ngo reading in a prayer.
Yes.
Ninga yaye simba na inda campaigninga. All those opportunities they have had in the past, they give them leverage when they get on that stage.
Yeah, so abazira binabana icumuro chaza kutandika 24th August mpaka 5 by'ukwezi kwa mwenda no kwizira kimwe hano yo mu Ruremu Mbarara hari aha Kabateri na Kindergarten School opposite na Mary Stops Uganda warugota ha Portville no turabe turi hariho abantu binji munonga baremba begesa Coach Rama na ija kubaho wenyine Ramadan Kimbugwe na nabandi binji munonga no kureto umwana wawe ukarebeka ngo kugira ngo by the age of 2018 yaza kurugati mu high school yaza kugira hiyaza umwana kushanga rya campus atari kwegambaho atari kwasa kwemerera hagati y'abana kabasa kwegambaho you cannot even contest.
Yeah. True.
So where do you see Prowess Communications in the next 5 years?
Where I see Prowess Communications in the next 5 years, we want to have now started programs that are all round, not only for those young children, but also for the teenagers. N'abakuru already twine program y'abakuru iturukora for adults that runs over the weekends, and we have a program that started this August. But our aim now is to be able to start something, which we hope, by the way, we will run this year, December and January. We are planning a camp for the teenagers, which is going to run for 2 weeks to give the teenagers an experience on a farm where they are going to learn hands-on skills. But also on top of that, we give them an opportunity to also nurture their public speaking skills in a way that on the final day of that program, running, tutakuwa tuinehona pitching. So tutakuwa training business idea generation, to beje sok pitching. Then on the final day of that camp, some of them will be able to pitch, and then we shall have even some prize money, some seed capital that somebody can use if they are to start an idea from a home setting.
I get you.
So when the time comes, I'll also come here and we talk about those details, but the idea is already structured, and now we are finishing a few things in terms of the details with other partners, and then we communicate it out. But this December, we shall have a program.
In other words, you're giving them a work from home bundle.
Yes.
Wano baza kuzenyi mayentimbo kagire cyo bakorerayo nicecho coach Rama ninyenda kusiburira konka utakagenzire basigire bigambo nka bibiri kimwe bibiri, maybe you talk about what success can be to you and legacy. Yes.
For me, what I define as success or legacy is how you have been able to make use of your God-given gifts and talents to be able to impact others. That's why for me, one of the things that gives me the greatest joy and fulfillment is seeing that child who walks into that public speaking program when they are timid, they are crying, and even on some instances on day one, they even demand that they want to go back home. But on the next day, the parent calls you and tells you, my daughter, my son wants to come back, and they attend the program. You see them on day one when they cannot even express themselves well. They have the anxiety, but on the final day, they are able to speak for 5 minutes or even beyond and convince everyone in the audience. For me, that's joy, because being able to see that transformation of how the child has moved from their first day of the program to where they are, and later what they are able to achieve based on the feedback that we get from these parents. For me, that's success. Whatever that you do and is only about you is not legacy, is not success. It must be able to also touch the lives of others and transform them.
Webari munonga coach Rama ninyenda kwebaza iwo waguma noreba kandi wahurira ibintu byinji munonga bikwatirine naha kubasa kwa noye gambaho nko muntu tandikira aha mwaka gumwe umwana naba nahurira kurgazo munda ya nyina umwana naba nahurira okusyar gumagara gensi mbwenu eco yine kumanyana kimwe cyonka no kugira ngo okugamba nitafarira hango munonga iriyo kubasa kuteka ha muntu okugira ngo base kubanda umuyamba okugira kimwe akutunga nkomurumo okugendera kimwe ahakwekozesa nebindi byone byarukwa nakora no wangu n'umukombe keka wowe utarakwasa kugamba umwana akakurira kimanyisa ngo umwana tarakwasa kusimbuka kurga hakiya baruho nakora kigwire narishikire akabasa kuba natemiko na hakindi kintu nokokwe pens down with Mark Crafter coach Rama yebari munongo kubasa kuba nohereza abantu obutumwa nkobwo mwacurira ebero 24 24th of August up to 5th September this very year Kabateri ne Kindergarten School ho turabe turi along that Rugazi Road area opposite na Maristops Uganda ho turabe turi. We have many coaches alongside him nanye ninja kubandiyo na nebindi byinji munonga imitwaro 20 ne kumara ahabwa weeks ibiri okorwo rwo kubanza mpaka urwa mukaga shaha ibiri necwe kasheshe mpaka mushanju zihangwe wachitezamu noza kureba noreba nebiro nkikumi na chumwe narishinke biro nkikumi umuntu yakwiyaho izo sente noba noreba ngo ecyara kuba nateka umwana wawe shuwari n'ikintu cy'amana munonga kandi akasente ka favorable ninjira ngo tubasa kwa tukabasa kuno basa kumutwara hayo kashashoro bukade no bukade bwa sente. So reka tushingire mutwe na ahasigara mugumeho Markcraft is ahasigara pens down with Markcraft is bush radio camera kwa bi na yeriyo mutaka afayo ninye ngamba najigambire ko kana yeriyo mutaka afayo. See you.